evening. Good evening. What you got?
Doug, your first unit seemed to struggle the entire night. Your second unit bailed them out multiple times. Just how do you deal with that? How do you balance trying to get guys back going and maybe some wishful thinking there?
Yeah, it's tough. It's the NBA, and some nights you get going and some nights you don't. But the credit, I would, instead of looking at it that way, I'd look at more credit to those guys who came in and really played, hard as heck and just got after it, got us back in the ball game, put us in position to close it out and win it, and just unable to.
Yeah. Doug, kind of building off that a little bit, that unit that got you back in that group, we didn't see that group, those five, together again for the remainder of the game. Was that just a read of the game call, or did you see something you didn't
like? We were trying to get back to it a couple times, and then they ended up going, I think, big. I'd have to go back and look at the film. It's just sometimes the game dictates how it goes. It's just you want to get back, and then you get a feel, and you're thinking, okay, this is going to work. Guys are going to, and before you know it, it gets away from you a little bit. But I'll have to go back and look at that. Yeah.
Well, building off of that, DeMar specifically in that second half seemed to really get going with some of those second unit guys. What do you like about what he brings to that typically younger group?
Yeah, DeMar in the second unit is fantastic because a lot of those younger guys, they can depend on him. You can play through him on the offensive end of the floor. And then defensively, they're young and they are flying around, grabbing rebounds, tipping the ball. Their pickup points were nice and high. So it's a blessing to have him when he's able to play in that unit. But sub patterns and different things it's going to be up and down based upon what we're trying to find. Try to find a unit that played well. We did find one in the first half, and unfortunately weren't able to find the same type of intensity and what have you in the second half.
Final 4 minutes, I think it's one made field goal for you guys. What do you think of your late execution there, and how much would have getting stops helped you guys in that aspect?
Well, obviously when you get stops, you can get out and run, but we were going to play out of a couple different sets, didn't get to them. We got to some isolations and different things, and some of them were decent shots. We just didn't knock them down. But that's where execution has to come in at a high level. We got to slow down, make sure you get us into something. Once we're into something, normally the floor is balanced, and we end up with a particularly good shot most times. But we'll go back and look at the film, and these aren't things that we have not talked about previously and gone over. We just got to keep hammering it home, and these are the feelings that don't feel good, obviously, when you're not winning your ball games. But there was a lot of guys that they were out there doing the right thing, and that part will be good to watch.
Doug, I know Max fouled out, but before he fouled out, it seemed like he was giving you some pretty quality minutes.
Yeah.
What did you see from him? And the longer Domas is out, is there a possibility that you might extend Max's minutes a little bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Max has done a great job. He comes in, he's highly attentive to the game plan, trying to execute the game plan at a high level, understanding. He communicates really well. But he's a young player, so when it comes to leverage and physicality and some different things that he is learning right before our very eyes, that can be tough, especially with a big guy like Zach Edey and Jaren Jackson Jr. These guys are huge, but he's beginning to hold his own, and you can see that the game is slowing down for him. So as it slows down and he continues to improve, his minutes are going to go up for sure.
Doug, when we have a team that's kind of struggling, trying to find their identity a little bit, and the losses kind of pile up, what does it take from the players and the coaching staff to kind of flush losses like this and prepare for the next game?
I mean, one thing about the NBA is the games come so quickly that in many ways that you don't have a choice. You know, we'll go back, we'll look at film, we'll show them some of the film, we'll go to practice tomorrow, we'll work on a few things. And even in that, you know, there's only so much that you can do because the games are coming so fast and you got travel and what have you. But it's not an excuse. You got to get in the gym. We got to work on it. I mean, even free throws, looking at our free throws, we have to be better at the free throw line, especially in close games like this. They mean the most. So just the ability to work in fundamentals and talk about different things that we want to get to late game and those type of things. We got to some of that, searching out some guys, and with DeMar and I think it was Malik at the top there. But just the execution, especially down the stretch, has to be on point. And starting the third quarter, just that's kind of where things begin to go south. We got to make sure that we're warm, we're ready to go, locked in, ready to execute, and then defend on the other end.
Of all the things that you're trying to, improve upon and maybe shake bad habits, just how much does mounting frustrations and kind of navigating those landmines within a team, how much does that kind of also occupy your time, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, and it festers even as we go home and you come in tomorrow. Like there's a lot of that, and you just have to, in this seat, you have to navigate it, try to hit it head on, be as honest as you can possibly be. But those are the things that's why we are a team. This isn't an individual sport; it's a team sport. And in those moments, that's where you as teammates, you lean on each other, you help each other, and the same for the coaching staff and the team together. There's a synergy that has to be there, that we connect and we keep working towards the common goal of creating an identity. That identity is now translated out onto the court, because I can come in and I talk to you guys about the identity and you'll see it out there from time to time, but the ability for it to be consistent at a higher level lies within each individual to go out there and continuously execute it and be willing to sacrifice of themselves, because a lot of that is about sacrifice. Defense is about sacrifice. Rebounding is about sacrifice. Sharing the ball is about sacrifice. And that's just the basic premise of what it is for our identity to be a Sacramento King. The offensive side and the defensive side, there's pillars to that one too, and those pillars are all about sacrifice as well. So that's probably the biggest thing is sacrificing for the greater betterment of the whole. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.